3, go!
Hello to all Netari students. This is your sir Sai Kumar, and I have come to the My Home Constructions, where we have to feel thankful to our principal Venkanna sir and our secretary madam Suya madam to give permission to come to over here. Okay, and today where I have been came to here to explain about the PT slab, where you have been not seen up to now. Where PT is nothing but the post tension slab, where post tension slab is nothing but where we have been going to see the section over there. Just please look it down here. See here, where the area over here is the different, where compared to the one-way slab or two-way slab, where the PT slab is here very different, where it is up to 6 inches underground between the slab level, where it is up to 6 inches underground between the slab level. It is just to overcome, to reduce the steel level, where to reduce the steel costing, where to reduce the amount of the steel usage, where we have been going to place the beams level, where we already know that column is a horizontal structure, column is a vertical structure and beam is a horizontal structure, where beam has to support the column in every section of equal interval period of the time. But here in this PT slab we want to escape, where we want to deduct the beam level. So for that concern, where we have been giving some extra section to this column by reducing to the 6 inches to the ground level. Okay, yeah, just see this here. And this is the bar of the 40 mm dia. It's a 40D where we have been seeing here. And to this of this section is nothing but the lateral tie or the tie bar sections, where I have been said to you, where I have been saying already, and where you have been seeing over here. And these are the extra bars where we have been placing here. Okay, and the extra bar size is a 16 mm dia. Okay, just look it out on the 16 mm dia where we have been seeing over here. And the steel where we have been going to use is FE 500. And here where we have been going to use the concrete, where we have been going to using here the bar is the continuous bar sections, where we have been seeing for these one column blocks. Okay, where one column blocks where we have been all using the continuous bars. Okay, yeah, and we are also using the spacing covers. This is the spacing covers where we have been seeing to these sections, where the spacing cover is nothing but up to this much amount of the level, where we have been going to use the concrete, where we have to going to fill the concrete level. Okay, yeah. Passing. Yeah, here this is the spacing cover where we have been going to see, and this is of nearly 1 inch, where the 1 inch is nothing but the 25 mm or 2.54 centimeter, where this much amount of the concrete where we have been going to fill over here. Okay, and these are nothing but the bar bending sections. Okay, these are nothing but the DBS. Here it is nothing but the bar bending section where we have been going to see. Okay, yeah man, just look at out this area. Just come over here. Just quickly come over here. Yes, these are all of the sections where we have been going to see the every column is at the underground level. Where at the every column is at the underground level. Just it has been reduced 6 inches to the base level for every column here. Here we have been going to see nearly 30 to 34 columns are there, where we could not find any types of the columns here. We could not find the map over here. Okay, yeah, possibly. Pass it. And this is the crank bar where we have been going to see. Okay, see here, this is the crank bar. Yeah, look at out the crank bar. Okay, yeah, pass. See here, this is the section where we have been going to place over at the bottom edge section of this slab, from that corner to this corner. okay, where this part of the section has been already filled, okay, where in this between, where we have been going to place the tendons here, where to place the tendons over here, where we have to place these kind of structures, where in these between, where we have been going to place the tendons, okay, where the tendons are where the tendons are nothing but these sections. These are not a steel bar sections, man. Okay, this is different from the steel bars, where it is having the more elasticity than the steel bars. Okay, yeah, these are the tendons where we have been going to fix at the every corner of the section. See here, these corner of the sections, and here at these corner of the sections, and again over here at these corner of the sections. Okay, placing these bar, placing these component at this edge and that edge. Okay, where we have been going to use this. Okay, in between, where we have been going to place the tendons with the help of these structures, these horizontal structures, over from that section to this section. Okay, see here, to these tendon sections, where if it is of 12 meters, where if it is of 13 meters, where we have been placed from that slab section to this slab section of, first suppose this slab length is 12 meters and the tendon height is 13 meters. When you place the tendons in these 12 meters of the slab and the 1 meter has been increased, okay, when if you apply a gauge pressure to these tendons, where these tendons will be settled over that sections, and after the settling over that sections, where we have been going to refill this section with the concrete. Okay, where the tendons has been placing over here to this section just to strengthen the slab structure, to strengthen the load of the column structure, and to strengthen the load of the beams, just to escape the whatever the affecting load of the beam which it has been not takes place. Okay, yeah. Here it is a 40 mm dia where we have been seeing, where 40 mm dia of Fe500 steel. Okay, generally we listen about the Fe415 and Fe500. Okay, where Fe415 is the steel where we have been going to use for the residential purpose, where the Fe500 steel is going to be used for the commercial purpose. Okay, and generally the steel where we have been going to use is the lapping purpose, where we have been going to lapping. Okay, now but here in this side where we have been using the coupling. Okay, where this is the component where we have been going to use for the coupling of the steel bar section. Okay, for example, how we have been going to see these coupling, looking enter into this column. Okay, where how we have been just making the coupling of the one bar to the another bar section, where you have been cutting into your pieces, where you can see. Okay, where this is the coupling of the column section, how you have been binding, where how you have been combining these sections. Okay, yeah, this is the steel bars where we have been going to see. Yeah, huh? And again where we have been going to see the tendons over there. Okay, yeah, okay, and these are the status where we have been going to see. Here we have been seeing the flat slab, where you can look at the whole total area of the slab area. Okay, yeah. Here we are not going to see any beam sections from any column to one column to another column. Yeah, here just we have been seeing a supporting component from a slab to beam structure. Here, where that structure, where we have been seeing a supporting structure for a slab and to a column. Yeah, where that structure where we have been considering as a beam, where in this PT slab where we are not going to place any beam structure, we have been escaping the horizontal structure of a beam from one column to the other column, where that section is this one. Okay, just it is some kind of an attempt to reduce the steel amount. Okay, just to reduce the economical status to the common man. Okay, where we have been implementing a structure to escape the beam load, to escape the horizontal structure, where is a component from a slab to the column, where that section is this one. So what is these sections are? Where we have been reduced the column structure to the 6 inches, where we have been seen the above the video. Okay, in that video where we have been going to show that the column has been reduced to the 6 inches to the ground level, and that ground level is this 6 section. Okay, where we have been just constructing, where we have been designing in this format just to escape the beam, of a horizontal structure. Okay, okay. Where, so you can look at now, where there is no beam, where you are looking from one column to another column section, there is no beam structure. Where here, when you are going to see here, it is a combining footing like structure, where the flat over from one column to the other column, where we have been going to see here a supporting section. See here, it is a supporting section. Okay, where we are not going to see any kind of a beam. Okay, and we most probably know the slab structure is going to be falling on a beam, and the beam structure has been going to falling on a column, and the column structure has been going to falling on the ground level, where these loads has been going to transfer the equilateral load. In the same way, the slab load has been transferring the component, that where it has been transferring the load to these sections. It is also a structure like a beam, but it is not completely a beam. Okay, and that structure has been transferring the load to these columns. Okay, yeah, and that column has been transferring the load to the footing sections. Okay, where look at this all videos. Okay, where every place we are not going to find any beams. Okay, we are not going to find any beams. Okay, where we have been going to look out. Okay, where we are not going to look out. Where we are not going to see any kind of the beam. Okay, where what we have been doing is, when we have been designing the slab just in the column section, where we have been deducting, where we have been excavating to 6-inch ground level to the column section, where resulting of 6 inch reducing the column section, where this is the result where we have been going to see. Okay, where this is nothing but the PT slab. Okay, where nothing but the post tension slab. Okay, where to this post tension slab, where we have been going to use the tendons. Okay, and that tendons where we have been applying the pressure gauge to stiffen that pressure gauges. Okay, pass. See here, in the slab section, where we have been going to place these tendons, where the tendons are the separate component where compared to the steel rods, where the joining of one steel rod of the tendon from another steel rod of the tendon is the lapping is in these process, where the one end of the section has been cutting into another process and another end of tendons cutting into these process, where we have been going to lapping both the tendons to just setting out the slab area. Okay, yeah. Here, where in the My Home construction, it is a backside area. Okay, it is a below the ground level area, where that is said to be the substructure. To this substructure, there is the wall construction over there is made of use of steel. Okay, where that is said to be retaining wall construction, where due to the acting of two pressures, that is of acting of active earth pressures and acting of passive earth pressures, where we have been going to place the steel adjustment over there to settle the wall foundations over there, where it is a backside area. Whatever the pressure, where it has been acting on that steel area, where that pressure, where it has been going to take place on the wall, where the brick wall is not going to support that much strength to strengthen over there. So that reason, where we have been considering the steel bars over that section, where that wall is nothing but the retaining wall, where we are not going to place the brick wall over in that area.